Hi, I'm Charlotte from Freezer Meals 101.
I'm Christy. Today we are making beef and bean burritos.
We just did a ground beef only freezer meal video, and we'll put the link up there. It's got 11 different recipes in it.
And ground beef seems to be super popular.
Very popular.
It is like our number 2 video. So we had already done some. We were gonna do the beef and bean burrito, but it's a little bit complicated.
Yeah, it's more involved, and so we thought we would do a separate video.
It deserves its own video.
And so we prepped the ground beef for that when we prepped, and the onions and like all the things. We did the prep when we did the other ground beef meals. And so if you want to hear about how to do the prep for this, you're gonna have to check that video out, and we'll link it at the end of this one as well. But we just thought this is more like hands-on. We want to actually show you, and I'm terrible at folding burritos, and Christy's pretty good at it. And so she's gonna be like the master of showing you that. So when we make these, we often do it like assembly line style. And sometimes we've even set up at my big table and had kids help and be on a different station. It goes really fast.
Breakfast sandwiches are good for that.
Totally. Or those
we did those buns, those hot beef buns with the poppy seed and onion.
We had one person wrapping.
One
person spread it. Yeah.
That was a while ago. We did that, but I think you have a recipe for that.
I totally do.
Is it in the club or is it on the main site?
It's on the main site. I mean, both, because
it's in both.
You know, the club has all the recipes. Anyway, sorry, we digress. But what we've done is we've gone ahead and we have made the ground beef with some taco seasoning and water so that it's flavored now. And then we've cut up some onions and not red and yellow pepper. I want to say red and yellow, orange and yellow, because the red pepper was weird looking.
The red pepper was weird looking. And if you know anything about Charla, you know that she will not eat food if it looks weird.
Okay, true.
Gosh, I pick on her, but I just love her so much. But she won't eat food if it looks weird.
That's true.
That's weird. I'm not going to eat that. That's weird. Okay.
I'm okay with, you know,
it's okay.
It's true. So, we've got our flour tortillas and then refried beans. They're just from a can. You can make your own if you want. These ones are the spicy variety, but you can use the regular or spicy. So we're going to take a flour tortilla. We're going to spread some refried beans on there. Then we're going to add some ground beef, some onions, some peppers. So got our beans. I don't measure. Now there will be an actual recipe for this, a link in the description below. And it is also in the Freezer Meals 101 Club, which you should join if you haven't already, because it's awesome. And
it is awesome.
Saves you so much time and money and all the thinking and all the things. But I like these burritos because I've got a lot of kids. I've got 7, and they're at that like teen young adult stage right now. And so they eat and they snack. Like after school, after work, they snack a lot. And so it's really nice to have things that are like individually wrapped, which we're gonna do with these, that they can take out and microwave. So, or they can take to work with them or to school with them. So I really appreciate, you know, having the age kids that I have. I really appreciate these kinds of meals where they can make them themselves and I don't hear like, Mom, I'm hungry. Or like the late night snacks.
Oh yeah.
Late night snacking.
Snacking. Well, because they're up late. Midnight. They go from being teenagers where they have to sleep like 7,000 hours a day to where they're up till 2 in the morning doing whatever it is they do at 2 in the morning. And they need to eat.
Yeah, and
they need resources for this 2 in the morning stuff that they're doing.
I come downstairs in the morning after having done the dishes, you know, the night before, like after supper and all the things, and there's like a whole other set of dishes. Now, there's a sign in my kitchen.
You'll have to throw in a picture of this.
It says, "Do your dishes." It used to say like, do your dishes. Yes, this actually means you have to empty the dishwasher if it's been run.
You also had one that said "Mom on strike."
Yes.
I am no longer doing dishes after 10 p.m. or something like that. It was like...
I have been trying to get them to do their late night dishes for a while now, and it's starting to kind of kick in.
Are we done? Can I?
Yeah, you can now make this beautiful. So
I would do it totally different. Maybe I'll do the next one.
Yeah, you can do the next one.
Because all that needs to go in there.
Okay. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying.
So... And then I'm gonna roll it. So my very first job out of school, or in school in college, was working at Subway. I'm so old. We did the old U cut. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember the divot into the? But learning how to wrap with the right proportions of paper was a bit of a learning curve. You had to learn how to do that. So I do wrap things like I learned to do at Subway.
So this is beautiful.
I will do mine a little different because
you know how to roll it.
Because I know how to roll it. You did it like you do a pinwheel, because you made it even all the way around.
Yes.
Like over everything. And I'm gonna do it a little bit different. I'm gonna same amount, so maybe a tablespoon and a half or two. It's in there. But I'm just gonna do just this spot. And all of my stuff is just gonna go in that spot. So same amount, but instead of spread it around, it's all just gonna be kind of layered a little bit. Does that make sense to you? Because the way I fold it.
Yes.
Because then...
See how I'm doing this so wrong?
Then I'm going to flip it and kind of tuck in the little flaps on the side and just roll. Ta-da!
That is beautiful.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a thing of beauty. And
it is.
This is why she is the burrito expert.
Something else I do at home that I'm not doing here, especially if your tortillas are starting to get a little bit old. Like we make a lot of breakfast tortillas at home, like breakfast burritos. So I've made my eggs and I've put the ham or the sausage in and the onion and the cheese, shredded cheese. I have a separate frying pan that is sitting there on medium low, and I take my tortilla and I put it in there for 10 seconds on this side. I flip it 10 seconds on the other side, and it's so pliable. So then when I put my stuff in it, it folds so nicely, and then it's a little bit warm.
Oh, that's nice.
These are going in the freezer. We don't need to do that. And these are really fresh. They're very pliable.
Yeah,
it's not a problem.
Today is gonna be a little something more. I've got a plan in mind, a special thing in store. The light bulb inside my head says, get out and play, 'cause you never feel this way. It's my lucky day. It's my lucky day. It's my lucky day.
So we made beef and bean burritos. You can top these with cheese, sour cream, salsa, guacamole, like any of those kind of things. When it comes to my kids heating their own up, they just kind of, some of them have salsa or sour cream, but it's pretty simple. It's just really microwaved and that's it. If you want, you can unwrap as many as you need, put them into a baking dish and bake it in the oven and then you can like top it before you bake it, and then it actually does look quite beautiful and it's fancy.
Almost like enchiladas.
Totally.
Yeah, without the sauce.
You can do that. Yeah. If you want, you can, I mean, these are really versatile. It's a super versatile recipe.
You can take them camping. You can take them hiking.
And they are absolutely...
Although you can't heat them up if you're hiking, I guess.
No.
Unless you're okay with eating a cold burrito.
They're perfect for if you live on your own. And again, you just want to be able to heat them up one at a time. Very nice meal.
Totally. That's awesome. So thanks for joining us today. Check out some of the links below. We mentioned our club earlier. We love our club. Oh, go look at our club. We're so proud of it, and it's really great. We have a really great Facebook page. We love comments below. If I butchered the burrito wrapping today,
she didn't.
Please tell me. Tell me how you wrap a burrito. I want to know, because I'm always open to learning. You should find out all the things I just learned about how to make stuffing for Thanksgiving, because...
Oh, our comments on the Thanksgiving video.
Unreal.
I loved it. I loved oysters and olives in your Thanksgiving stuffing/dressing. Like,
heck, I think we're going to have to learn how to make cornbread stuffing.
Absolutely.
We are going to have to invite one of those ladies up from the south.
Yes.
To come and show us how to make real cornbread dressing for your turkey, because I'd never heard of such a thing.
No, we've never had that here. We're up in Canada, if you didn't know. And so, yeah.
You just had regular stuffing?
Yeah, just bread. We did get called out for like having white bread. I mean, I had rye bread in mine and white bread. You had just white bread in yours.
I just had plain white bread.
We got called out.
That's how I grew up.
We actually read the comments.
My mom's stuffing.
That's true.
That was my mom's stuffing, and it's delicious.
And you can't insult Christy's mom, because she's awesome and she is the best cook.
And do you want to know something? There's a good chance growing up there'd have been times when that was homemade bread.
Right.
You know?
Well,
what
yeah.
I mean? Like, my mom made bread.
We did not do homemade bread for ours, although I did get mine from a nice bakery, so... That's as close to homemade as I get that these days. I have made bread before. But...
Shout out to Cobb's. All right, well, thanks for joining us.
We're putting a video right there of all those other ground beef meals. So you have those 11 recipes, plus this one is 12. That should give you a lot of variety.
And there's one from way back that you could have a look for, too. It's probably pretty high up on the recommendations list on our channel, because it's a pretty popular video.
Yeah, so thanks for joining us today making beef and bean burritos. Have a great day and happy cooking.